What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having an absolute fabulous day. Thank you for tuning in this time. I know it's been a while, but this is going to be part 2 of the build series on the RM250. For today's video, we've got a Guts Racing seat cover, and we're going to be installing that pretty quickly. Should take you about 30 minutes tops if you have, the hand stapler, which I'll show you guys. You can have an air compressed stapler, but most people don't have that, so I'm going to show you how I do it. And hopefully we can get this done pretty quick and enjoy the new look on the RM250. I think it'll look pretty sweet. So here it is, guys. If you go on their website, gutsracing.com, you can choose a colorway for your bike. I chose this. I just think it kind of accents the color of the bike. I chose the black on the sides, so it kind of looks, keeps that factory look, but also I just wanted to add some contrast, with the yellow. So hopefully it'll be pretty exciting. This is part 2. If you have not checked out part 1, it's of the Bill's pipe and the V-Force reed blocks. Pretty interesting video. Hopefully it's helpful for you if you have one of these or if you're just interested. So go check out that video. I'll put a link up here. And yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Let's get into it. Alright, guys, so all you're going to need for this job is you have to get a heavy duty stapler. They're a few bucks at your local hardware store. A flat blade screwdriver, something to grab out the old staples, a dirt bike's best friend, a T-handle. So first thing you're going to do is just take out these bolts. I've already went ahead and done that, and also just put them back in the hole so you don't lose the bolts. I've been searching for an 8mm bolt for seems like hours sometimes, just because I don't put them back in the hole and they just fall and roll around. But just take your seat off. Alright, to go ahead and get started, again, have your flat blades so you can get underneath some of those staples and kind of pry them out if you need to. But what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and just take all these staples out. As you can see, there's staples all around your seat cover, and so you're going to have to put this many back in pretty much whenever you go and install your new seat cover. So let me set up the tripod and I'm going to get that going. Okay, so that only took me about, just a couple extra minutes. I just didn't want to sit you guys through that time lapse. But the seat foam, it could be, I just didn't want to buy new seat foam. It felt pretty good anyways. It's still firm, just a little bit discolored and everything. But for what it is and for, my skill level, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's still intact and pretty firm still. But yeah, once you get that off, you might could clean it a little bit, which I tried to spray a little bit of stuff on it, but it's just kind of, just stuck on in there. But so now we're going to go ahead and put on the seat cover and get started on putting it back on. We're going to go ahead and lay this on here, stretch it over the front. And again, like most people, just start with the front and back. That way you can just pull in your middle pretty tight. Really good. Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Again, you don't want this. You don't really want any play in this because that's gonna wear down as time goes on if you have just a little bit of play. So make sure to get everything tight on there, ready to go, okay? And so, you're ready to put on your staples. So you're also going to need like a razor blade to cut the excess material off once you get it installed. I'm just trying to make sure everything's lined up before I go to cutting or go to stapling. So, okay. Alright, so grab your staple gun, start to pull to where you want one at, and really press down pretty hard. Pop one in there and it goes right through the plastic. Now you do want to be careful in putting these staples in at a place where the foam is going to be thin, because You know, I mean, these staples are, depending on what kind you get, I guess, they are pretty long. But just be mindful of that. You don't want them sticking up through the seat cover. And from this point, just kind of inch your way on. Alright, now that we've got the back on, we can go ahead and put the, let's see, yeah, we can go ahead and put on the front side. First time I did a seat cover, actually I had to take the whole thing off again because I got it so crooked. So if you get it crooked, you can take the staples out. Just be careful, and you can go again. So don't get frustrated. Alright, so now you can see we are pretty tight right there. We'll get these wrinkles out pulling this section through, but we're pretty good right now. Alright guys, so it's a couple hours later. I ran out of staples, and so I had to go to Lowe's, but I wound up getting a staple gun. I did not plan on doing that, but this thing was like dirt cheap, and $5 more, for $5 less you could get one of these right here at Lowe's. And so I went ahead and got one of these, but I had to go over there to get some staples. And you can see I've done this with this so far, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use this little, staple gun and see how it works out. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I hope it's not too powerful, goes through the seat, but we'll see. If I don't like it, we'll just go ahead and use this throughout the rest of the build. But let's give this thing a shot. Pretty good. Alright guys, so finally got the seat on there. Again, pretty simple. Just take it off, put it back on, whatever tools you got, whether it be a staple gun or a pneumatic staple gun, you can get it done. Alright guys, so it is the next day. The camera died on me while I was just about to finish up. But all I did was just tighten up a little bit of the edges. There's a few little wrinkles that I had to, pull and tighten, but you guys saw what I was doing earlier. You kind of get the gist of it. If you want a seat cover, I think a Guts Racing seat cover is kind of the standard nowadays. And there's a lot of other good brands out there. I like how on their website you can just go ahead and build your custom seat. Thickness of this material is really nice. I like it. It seems to be grippy. I'm excited to take it to a track and see how that does, because I know the seat cover that was on there was, really old, and it was black and seemed to be really slick. I think this freshened up the bike just by itself. Honestly, I think it looks a lot better with the wheels and everything, but I think it's a good colorway. I also could have went a black top and yellow on the sides, but I like the side profile with the black seats still. I like that. So that's what it looks like from the side. So if you guys are interested in getting a seat cover, I would highly recommend Guts Racing. They put out a great product. I had no issues. It fits like it should, and the price is pretty reasonable. I really love the look of this Guts Racing seat cover. On my KX250, I've got a different seat cover made by Decal Works. The material seems a little bit thinner, but it's also got ribs on it. I really am impressed with this Guts Racing, how thick it is and how grippy it is. So I think it's going to last a long time. I hopefully don't get any rips in it. It's really nice, but again, if you guys are looking for a seat cover, check them out because they're really good. Once again, I thank you guys for watching the videos. I haven't gotten to put out as much content as I would like to, but life happens. I've already got the next part for the build coming up in this bike. Hopefully we're going to make it to a track and be able to test out this seat and see if it actually helps me from sliding backwards, if that really amounts to anything. If you're stopping in for the first time, please hit the like button down below and like this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out. And if you want to see the rest of this RM250 build, just go ahead and subscribe. It's going to be really cool. So again guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.